You ready to find out who your new Miss Mexico is? Wow. Our new Miss New Mexico for 2013 will receive a $10,000 scholarship. And she is Miss Otero County, Alexis Dupre.
All right, congratulations right there. It's back in September 2013. This morning, we have that lovely lady, Miss Alexis Dupre, Miss New Mexico 2013, right here in the studio. Alexis, thank you for joining us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
That is very cool. So your blood must have been just pumping in that moment.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't know this, but the pageant isn't just the one day that everyone sees. You're usually there for about a week or two in advance. So by that time, you're so tired and just exhausted mentally, physically that in addition to winning, I'm just like, oh, thank goodness.
There's got to be a little bit of a relief.
A relief, exactly,
yeah, sure.
Exactly, yeah.
Sure,
yeah.
well, it's got to feel, I mean, I'd imagine that the emotions run rampant. It's got to be, you know, in addition to being very cathartic. What else is going through your mind when that happens?
A lot of people don't realize that it's so much goes into this. Not only do you have to be physically fit, you have to be what I call it mentally fit. You have to persevere through that entire week. You have to continue to stay involved with your community service, your personal platform. Mine is single parent families, so I work with a lot of organizations, children in need of services, the UNM Children's Hospital up here. And so it's just this ongoing job, and a lot of people don't realize that it is a job. It's hard work.
A lot of involvement, yeah. And
but well worth it.
Well worth it, yeah. And I think that's great. You know, your platform, as you said, being single parent families is something very important. Right. Unfortunately, it's something that we deal with a lot here in New Mexico. And, you know, being a parent myself, the welfare of kids is always something that's so paramount to me.
Exactly. And I've experienced it. My parents divorced when I was 2 years old, and it's just been something that's been close to my heart for quite some time. And I want to send the message that no matter how many setbacks you have, you can still succeed. And I just graduated from college back in May with a double major, working on my master's, completely debt-free because of the Miss America organization.
That is
so you just have to kind of utilize all your resources and keep a positive mindset.
Very few people on the face of this planet can say that they have a double bachelor's and going into their master's completely debt-free. Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you.
So, you know, this is something I have to be honest, I've never been a huge pageant guy, surprise, surprise, you know. But can you explain a little bit the difference between Miss America and Miss USA? What are the two different pageants and programs?
Right. The Miss America program has a talent portion. I'm a singer. Personally, we do singing, dancing, playing an instrument, monologues, anything you can think of that just shows your artistic ability. We also have the required personal platform, and our national platform is Children's Miracle Network. In addition, all the money that we get for competing in the Miss New Mexico or Miss America organization is all scholarship money. None of it is cash or prizes or anything like that. It is strictly for school.
That's great. And so how long have you been singing?
Oh, since I was 8 years old.
Yeah?
Yeah, for quite some time. And I've just chosen that to be my talent for Miss New Mexico and Miss America.
That's really great. And so you will be the reigning Miss New Mexico through September. So
through June, actually.
Through June, sorry.
And the Miss America pageant was in September. The Miss New Mexico pageant is at the end of June. And actually, we're starting to really get our local pageants going. Miss Albuquerque is tomorrow, and Mr. Albuquerque is tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't know there was a Mr. Albuquerque.
Yeah,
Matt Morrow, there's a Mr. Albuquerque. I don't know if
yeah, we've already talked about it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And the Miss Las Vegas and Miss Las Cruces locals are coming up also. You have to win a local title before you can compete at the state pageant.
Gotcha.
So, for example, I was Miss Otero County, then I can go to Miss New Mexico.
Now, for families, maybe mothers or young ladies that are watching at home, if they are interested in competing, how do they get started? How old do they have to be?
You are a 17-year-old and a senior in high school, or 18 to 24. You can never have been married or have any children. We also have a teen program as well if you're a little bit younger and want to start getting into the program. We do have a website, missnewmexico.org, a Facebook page, contact the ED. If anyone's interested in Miss Albuquerque, just email missnewmexico2010@gmail.com and we'll get you started. And just so you know, even at the local level, you win scholarship money. You don't have to win Miss New Mexico to be the only receiver.
That's great. And and you've been in this a while, and like you said, you've been
Right,
able to go to
and
college
so-
debt-free.
Right, and that's how I did it, because it took me 3 years to win Miss New Mexico. But along the course of that time, with the locals and participating in the state pageant, I paid for, even if it's little things like books or fees or something like that.
Those aren't little things anymore,
Right,
unfortunately.
exactly,
Anyone in college can
exactly.
tell you that. Well, Alexis, thank you so much. Thank you for setting such a great example
you
for the
for
young
having
women of
me.
New
I appreciate
Mexico.
it.
Yeah, absolutely, and thank you for all the great work.